Welcome back to the CCNA, everyone. My name is Anthony Sequeira, and it is time for us to take a detailed look at the exact topics that we're going to be covering in the first domain of the version 2 of our CCNA exam. Let's jump in and take a look. And I think if you watched our first video, you already know the first objective of the network infrastructure and connectivity domain. By the way, notice that this domain will account for 25% of our overall exam. So 25% of our exam is going to come from this domain 1. And sure enough, our first objective is to diagnose interface and cable. We're going to look at both copper and fiber issues like collisions, errors, mismatch, duplex, speed, distance, interface, signal levels, pinouts, cable types. Yeah, a lot to discuss here in a bunch of different videos. And notice right away, this exam content has a troubleshooting kind of slant to it. Yeah, we're going to see this again and again. It's going to be a recurring theme. The idea here is the level of difficulty actually kind of increases a bit. I'll be honest, and that's because we're not going to get questions on, or we shouldn't, on what is a collision in networking. It would be more like, hey, look at this output. Are collisions a problem? I guess this will make more sense when we get to the IP topics here in a minute. But look at Objective 1.2. It's not a troubleshooting based, right? So Objective 1.2 is not troubleshooting based. It's more of just a standard. Do you know what a hypervisor is? Do you know what a virtual machine is? Do you know what a container is? I'm finding a lot of our students today will be fine on hypervisors in virtual machines. They've been working with those for a real long time now, but a lot of my students will be a bit fuzzy on what the heck is a container. Why is a container oftentimes used instead of a virtual machine? What's going on there? So we'll do a deep dive for you on containers. Now look at our IPv4 address task. We knew that we would need to know IPv4 addressing really well in a CCNA body of work, but notice how they're presenting the objective to us. It's in a troubleshooting slant. Yeah, so troubleshoot IPv4 addressing, both public and private. Notice this is going to make it so that we're not answering questions like, what class of address is this IP address? Yeah, that's more of a, do you know this basic knowledge? But notice 1.3 is going to be centered around troubleshooting. So a great example would be, here's a diagram of the network. Why can't host A reach host B? And of course, there's some kind of a problem with addressing. So notice the level of difficulty ticks up a little bit here, doesn't it? Yeah. I often say, like, we know something at level 1 if we can explain it conceptually, but to take that level of knowledge to a much higher degree, you would be able to actually troubleshoot a technology when it's not working. So yeah, these are going to definitely test us a little bit more intensely, these questions in CCNA. Notice IPv6, same deal. We're going to be troubleshooting it in the exam. And in order to troubleshoot it, we better know it really well. The next section is standard. It's just the basics of wireless principles. Yeah, we'll look at band and channel selection. We'll look at RF characteristics, security protocols, and of course, modern day causes of interference. Yeah, I say modern day because some of the technologies that we were using for wireless, which were very prone to interference, are now legacy, thank goodness. I remember teaching classes and being knocked off every single time someone started the microwave in the kitchen. Thank goodness those days are gone. And then section 1.6 is to once again troubleshoot, this time wired and wireless client connectivity. Do we have like the wrong security parameters or the wrong IP configuration in our client system, and is that why we're having trouble with connectivity? And then finally, we round out this section with 1.7, troubleshooting the DHCP v4 client, server, and relay on an iOS device. Notice how specific that is. So it's very specific to DHCP v4. It's going to be troubleshooting based, and it's client, server, and relay as they would be configured on an iOS device. So if you're in some CCNA class out there somewhere and the instructor is teaching you how to build a DHCP server on a Windows Server system, and they're teaching you how to do all that, well, they've gone a bit out of scope, haven't they? Yeah. We are going to be hyper-focused on these objectives, but on within scope of how those objectives need to be approached. So trust me, we're going to be doing our due diligence and going through these objectives to ensure you're ready for the exact types of certification questions you will be receiving. Well, thanks so much for watching, and I'm sure you're excited to get started with 1.1, where we're going to jump in and start diagnosing problems with our interfaces and our cables in Cisco networking.